Hello everyone, how you doing? Welcome to Is It For You, the show that'll make or break your decision to buy a game. Huh? What do you mean it's been a whole month since the last episode? The king of procrastination strikes back, it seems. Before starting, I'd like to say sorry for the long overdue episode. Life hasn't been kind in many departments, and like I said, I love leaving unintended work for way too much time. With that said, let's dive heads into this week's episode. Hajime Tabata is a name that you might be familiar with if you played Final Fantasy 15, or when reading news about it. But my first experience with this man as a game director was Crisis Core Final Fantasy VII, a game released exclusively on the PSP. I seriously do not understand why this game didn't get an HD remaster. It seriously does not make sense. Crisis Core puts you in the shoes of Zack Fair, a character that you might be familiar with if you played Final Fantasy VII, and if you did, you also most likely know how this game ends. With tears. Zack is a Shinra soldier, and he has the dream of getting first. In other words, he wants to be in the highest ranks possible, and that's not all, he wishes to be a hero. To achieve his dreams though, he'll need to work hard and prove himself. Lucky for him, Angeal, a first, acts as his mentor. Both of them are eventually sent to Wutai in order to try to find the first-class soldier, Genesis, that went missing in action. During this mission, things don't really go as planned and Angeal disappears as well. This is where I'll leave you at. The battle system of Crisis Core is one of a turn-based RPG masked to a point that it doesn't really look like it is turn-based. This is possible because every action you make is considered, in a way, a turn, but since all these actions are so quick, varying from a sword swing, using an item, or casting a spell, it doesn't feel like you need to wait. Added to that, the enemies also can gang up on you and interrupt your actions. You can invade though, at the expense of AP. Alongside AP, you also have HP and MP, being HP of course your health, and MP a requirement for you to cast magic. Now, I'll tell you about a major mechanic in this game, the Digital Mind Wave, or WMD for short. This is a slot machine-like thing that all times is on the upper left part of the screen, and just like a slot machine, if you get 3 of the same character, something good happens. For example, if you get 2 Angeal faces, you'll enter modulating phase. At this point, many different things can happen. If a third Angeal shows up in this example, Zack will do a finishing move based on him, but if another face shows, nothing will trigger. However, that's not the end of it. The only way of leveling up both Zack and his Materius is through this. If the numbers that accompany the characters all hit 7, Zack levels up, and if 2 or more numbers turn out to be the same, the Materius and skills may level up. Explaining this even made me confused, but believe me, it's not, and you will get the hang of it fairly quickly. I mentioned earlier Materius. If you played Final Fantasy VII, you know what these are, but for those who didn't, these are basically your magics in this world. You can also fuse these up to make stronger ones and even add bonuses to them. The original soundtrack is pretty amazing. From the battle musics, the musics that play in important moments, and even the remixes from the original Final Fantasy VII are phenomenal. In other words, you won't be disappointed by the soundtrack. In the end of the day, you might be asking, is this game for me? Well, do you like a really amazing combat system, a story that most likely will make you cry by the end, and a soundtrack that accompanies the moment amazingly well? If so, this game might just be for you. Hey everyone, I'm sorry for being silent for so long, I'll try to step it up. Anyways, see you all next time. Until then, bye bye.